comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Hello. Hope everybody's having a good Saturday. So I just got back from, we went to go look at the church where we're going to be having the club. It's perfect. I don't think I could have imagined it any better. I had some things in my mind, and they were there. Those things were there, and it's even already recorded and everything. It's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited. What are you doing, Dion? All right, looks like we got some people on. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Welcome to Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. And if you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching live or the rewatch. So, for Trudging Together, I've been drinking a shit ton of water. That wasn't water, though. That was soda. I'll let you know that. But I got a bunch of empty water bottles all around me. Good to see you, Leisure. Good to see you, Ingrid. I just went down, checked out the church. I'll be putting some pictures up here shortly. The only picture I didn't get was the sanctuary, and that is because it was currently being used, but is going to be perfect for us. It's going to be perfect for us. We're going upstairs because we're going to have a grand opening January 19th. And we have a band already. And she's like, now it may not be big enough. And we went up there and looked because it's not like we have thousands of people. It was perfect. It's exactly. I couldn't have asked for better. When I started a lot of this, I wasn't sure the route that I was going. I knew at some point I was going to either be opening up what I wanted to do was open up a pretty big resource center. But then I kept reading these stories in the 12 by 12, how they kept trying to mix these things and that they just don't work. And they're absolutely correct. Even when you try, it butts heads. So I made some changes and kind of backed off on some things and focused back on alcoholism and recovery. And it worked. The church is asking for no money. Okay. Now, you know how it works with AA clubs. A portion of the money that's put in the basket goes to pay rent because we are self-supporting, declining outside contributions. So let's say they don't want to take that rent. Well, then it's going to be a donation. There'll be a donation from the group, but we are still going to have to pay our rent. It's going to be nominal, but it just depends on how many people show up. If 50 people show up, we get $50, and rent for that day is going to be like $30. It's a percentage. But that's not what I really wanted to get into. There's a place for babysitting. There is a place for Al-Anon. There's a place for Alateen. There's a place for us to cook. There is coffee. There are sidearms. There's the sanctuary. There's a whole big ass backyard that's going to be fantastic for events. God has handed me everything I wanted. And I'm broke. I haven't spent a dime on any of this. Well, aside from what I do here, right? But as far as the club goes, I haven't spent any money. This was about the needs and understanding that there were needs. Okay. I'm gonna make a little bit of money off the club, but nothing to survive on. I mean, wait, yeah, I'm probably gonna make more money off popcorn and soda than I am gonna anything else, and coffee, and water, and water. But the reason I wanted to come on and talk about this was because if you strive and if you keep striving, the answers are there. And if God wants you to get it done, He will move mountains, which He has done, so that we could have an AA club. He didn't do that for me, He did that for us. Right? You know, this isn't about me. Okay? It is about what's going to be done. And that's all that matters. Okay? Are people going to thank me for it, things like that? Sure. Am I going to enjoy that? Yes, of course I am. I get to. I put a lot of work into this. So I haven't spent any money, but I put a lot of time into it. A lot of time. Right? And I've had to wait. But then God said, hey, Dion, here's your free church. There you go. Right in the same spot you need it too. Is that okay? Is that okay? This building's only been here since the 1800s, and it's got some great background to it. You know, is that okay with you? I'll tell you what. I walked in there, and it felt nice. I felt like I was at home. And what went through my head was, "This is it. This is it." And I still haven't fully come to the realization.
Tell them about the stairs.
Oh, yes. I'll tell them about the stairs. There are a couple of stairs, but we have this, they have one of those things that'll take you down the stairs. So we got you covered. They'll take you all the way upstairs too. So if you want to go dance and you can't quite walk up there, we got a chair for you. Take you right on up. It's usually put away with the key because the kids like to play with it. I hope they don't give me the key because I might play with it. It sounds so fun and lazy. It's got room for everything that we need. The meetings, I want to make them hybrid meetings, and I'd like to have the meetings in the sanctuary. Okay, why? Because that's God's room. Okay, and they have a big TV up there so that you can see all the Zoom users, because these will be hybrid meetings. Okay, and when it's your turn to talk, you're going to go up there and stand at the pulpit, and you're going to speak. And that's how we're going to run our meetings. Okay. After a little while, we probably might have Friday night speakers, things like that. So things will go on. Okay. I had a lot of people that said, Dion, you got to do this stuff. Dion, you can't do podcast. And I'm here to say, I did it. It's done. The dates are set. I could just not show up, but then nobody would trust me. So all the hard work that I've been doing, okay, all the talking that I've been doing, all these different places that I've been inserting myself in. See, I'm a peer, so when I go to these collation meetings, I speak very loudly and often. Okay, They need to know that I'm going to be the thorn in their side until change is made. Okay? I was talking to Pastor Marcia about this, and now the head of behavioral health and the head of the coalition and I are getting together to talk about a detox, because I will not shut up. We'll get together, we'll be talking about food and health. And I said, you know what? You know what has bad food and health? Detoxes. I wish we had one of those so I could show it to you. See, I will do things that's passive aggressive. Hey, but sometimes you gotta be the thorn. Fine, here's your detox. Thank you. I don't, for me, it all comes down to one thing, just understanding that there's needs to be taken care of. And God has supplied me with those things. So now I can just give them away. The other great thing, we have a food bank. See, there's already things integrated into this church that we're allowed to be able to use. Yes. See, this isn't, I understand that, yeah, I'm an alcoholic, but bring us your weary, bring us your tired, man. Fuck yeah. We'll help you out. Because it says in the big book, we think our way of life can help anybody, right? So what I can do is get those people to the church and then get them to the right resource. Because AA is probably, if you're not an alcoholic, AA is not quite the right resource. Maybe it might be a good place to start, okay? But you're going to kind of want to need to be around people that have gone through what you've gone through or are going through in order to do that, okay? There'll be other things that we're offering. I'm not sure what they are yet. I'm starting very small. I'm starting simple. Okay. And I'll see what happens from there. I don't know yet. You can probably plan on an event once a month. I'd like to have an event once a month. Right now, I'm looking for a food truck who would like to do an event. Looking for a food truck in Adams County. I hope they're in Adams County. Even better if they're in Henderson for the event in January 19th. I want that to be a local business because this is about community. Okay? It's about community. If you know businesses in Adams County that like to be recognized for giving us things so we can raffle them off and put that money towards making the church a little bit better, and for us, right? Because this church is going to be eventually probably going to be a mainstay for us. Pastor Marcia said, Dion, hang out for 3 years. That's what she said to me. Okay. And when I hear her say that, what I hear is her saying is, if this goes the way that I see that it's going, you're going to get the church in 3 years. She's moving on. She's retiring. Okay. Then we can help nonprofits. Whoa. Then we can have peer support specialists. See, it's already gone too far. Gone too far. Stick with the meetings. Stick with the meetings. And I bet we make an impact off of those 4 meetings a week. I bet we make a huge impact. In fact, I bet within a month we're going to have to add another meeting on. Okay? Because these are just open meetings. I haven't even gotten to big book study, 12 by 12, principal, sponsorship meeting, men's meetings, women's meetings, LGBTQ. We have a lot of Spanish speaking people in Adams County. So maybe we could have a Spanish speaking AA meeting once a week. Okay. And that's the thought process that we're going along now. And God gave me it. Man, that's not entirely true. I worked mostly in my pajamas, but I did it. I'm here every day. All right. I'm consistent. I tell the truth. I'm very, very honest about things. When I'm wrong, I'll even admit it here. And I never ask you guys for anything. No, I don't ask anything from anybody. Because it just doesn't feel right. I said that earlier. I see a lot of people in their TikToks and their recovery. And anytime if you're talking in recovery and you need to edit it and produce it, I'm sorry, but then it's no good because the natural has left and now you're acting. And that's not recovery. That's not recovery. You do the same. I'm going to tell one little story here real quick of a video I saw earlier. And he's right in a sense. And what he was talking about, he's like, okay, if you have one person and it's a stick and this is an alcoholic and they're having a hard time, they're easy to break, right? Yeah. So you add more sticks, you have more solid it becomes. And I thought that was great, right? He's acting. There's no glow in the guy's eyes or anything. But he's right. You can't. So that unity, right? And he says, you must have this all the time. That isn't true. There have been times when nobody was around but me and God. And it was the only thing I had. And it worked. Unity is great, but God's first. Unity is great, but God is first. First and foremost at all times. Okay? And when we put our own will in line with that, really amazing things happen. Okay? I live in a 5-bedroom house. I drive a Mercedes Benz and I'm supposed to be on disability. I don't understand. I don't quite understand. I don't need to. I can take these gifts for what they are. And every time God gives me a gift, I do what? I double down. God gave me this house. My first thought was, there's too many rooms in this house. We can help people out. And that's exactly what's going on. Our uncle was just living here. He was here for a month and a half. His own family was just going to let him live on the fucking streets. I'm like, no, not a chance. Let him stay in the red room. We call it the red room. It's the carpet. And I go, red room, red room, red room. Right? And you know what? And he's a little bit slower, man. Okay? He's bipolar. Okay? So we helped him get set up in his own apartment. So right by his wife. So right by his work. And he got to take care of it. We didn't charge him anything. No. But you know what? He's a fantastic photographer. And he said, Dion, if you ever need pictures, just let me know. See? I wasn't expecting that. There were plenty of people that gave me a chance to get on my feet. Didn't charge me a thing. Didn't charge me a darn thing. They said, save your money. Save your money. You're covered. We got your food. Don't worry about the electric shit like that. Okay? Just get your shit together. Okay? And when people do that for you, you got to pay it forward. I was talking about this with Pastor Marcia. I said, Marcia, I'm a person in recovery. And my wife's in recovery too. Okay? Differently. She's Al-Anon. Okay? But the way we feel, and this comes right out of the big book, that any family that has been healed owes not just the alcoholic, the whole family. And that's why we're making this place family oriented. And it's perfect that it's a church, right? By the way, she doesn't care about swearing, but there's going to be no swearing. I'm almost thinking no cuts, but there's a set of people I don't want there. And so I'm coming up with ideas. But you know what that is? That's bullshit. I'm not allowed to do that. Because I was going to put up a sign, no motorcycle parking. But you know what? I'm just going to let God handle it. You know, I can't do that. Say it's open and be like, it's open to everybody but them. That's not me. That's not me. I can't do it. My brain wants to. It wants what it wants is revenge. See, they cut me out, so now I want to cut them out. Shoot them how it feels. No, we can't do that stuff. All right. So you guys are my friends here. If you see me getting a little wild, making up stupid fucking rules, say something to me, please. Would you? Because I really do want this to be for everybody. All right. Thank you. Thank you more than you know. The people that follow me, and I know it's not very many. It doesn't need to be very many. I've found. I love the fuck out of you guys. I really do. You're on my mind every single day. I think of you every day. I love you all. Peace out and have a day.